you know, when we first met with people, we'll take examples and imagery of things. You know, for instance, Mars, you know, we took a laundry list of things in there and met with them, and we just started asking them, what are your expectations? You know, if you're going to associate your company in this exciting opportunity, what would you like to see? And so we start walking through things, and you know, they wanted it to be engaging, that people could get on it. They wanted it to be sculptural, you know, like something from a distance would be recognizable, but they wanted it to be very simple. They didn't want something that was frilly, you know, and then they were very, it was important to them that their color scheme, they wanted it to be playful. So they said, we don't necessarily want it to be a toy, but we want it to be okay for people to climb on it. So what you don't see here is at night that'll light up, and it'll actually kind of almost be a light sculpture in and of itself, but it's okay to climb on it. That's the expectations. We want kids to climb up there and take a picture, and the unique thing about it is it's in front of Wolf's camera, so we'll have some fun with it. So anyway, there you can see just variations of things we played with and ideas and stuff. So, and then the early examples that we played with. So in Capitol Federal, same way. But what I was also showing Chris is, you know, with each one of them, you know, we worked up a variety of hand sketches, and, you know, you develop them and make them, you know, easy to understand. And then when you felt like you're heading in a direction, much like, you know, any design process, that's when you start to bring it alive and actually let them have a better understanding. So some of the older Hill stuff, this has all been updated in the last month. And then Bartlett and West Engineers, you know, we've got their concepts, which have evolved a little bit, but not entirely. But it does give kind of a good feel for the context and the materials. You know, we have a couple water park features now that are part of these as part of the pocket parks. But again, we walk in there with an example so they can understand what are the expectations, you know, what is the scale. And the reality is the pocket park isn't that big. It might be 15 or 20 foot wide and 50 foot long, so we have to make sure that what we're wanting to occur in there is comfortable, you know, it's conducive for the space, but it fits contextually up and down the block. So, and then we have kind of these designed, inlaid kind of stone medallions on the corners, and then you saw the little oversized coin medallion that we're making that will end up being like the logo. And it's the Capitol with the perspective of downtown around it, because it is downtown, not just the Capitol by itself. So a lot of fun stuff. You know, it's been very enlightening in a lot of ways for us internally, but as we've worked with everybody, it's been exciting to see the light turn on for them as they start to think creatively, they're doing something that's beyond what their typical, you know, what they do every day, so kind of engaging and thinking, what does that mean, then to take that and put it into the pocket park downtown. It's been fun, and then to make it part of Topeka. So, pretty fun, pretty cool. We also have the element we're working on right now, which is all the state symbols. There are a few of them that are actually integrated in a couple of the pocket parks, but the balance of them will all be represented in some way, either sculpturally or kind of discreetly, and there'll be a total of 16 of them. And then we're going to create a little scavenger hunt map with an educational component on it. And that will be kind of the final piece of it when it's all said and done, and that you come downtown with your kids, they can pick up one of these little 11 by 17 scavenger hunt maps, and then they can walk around, and if they find, for instance, the box turtle, which is one of the state, let's see, that'd be the amphibious animal, the state amphibious animal, then they can mark that on their thing, and then it tells a little story about it and why it's one of the state symbols. So it's been exciting because it's also been educational for us as you go through the process. So anyway, we're finally there with most of the design concepts worked through. Now it's just a matter of getting the construction documents done, knowing that over the summer everything will be bid out with the work to be executed this fall as the road and utilities are done, which we talked about.